Well, good morning to you. It is Friday on this January 27th. Definitely a lot of stories. It's been a busy Friday here in Atlanta.
It has.
My goodness, from so many things that have been happening literally all across the metro. But we've got all those top stories to fill you in about today.
Yeah, and if you are online watching on Facebook or on YouTube, feel free to comment, question, any concerns, let us know. We'll shout you out. Say hello. We'll say hello back.
Yeah, because we do want to say hello. We want to interact with you.
Yeah.
Don't want to just talk to you.
Right.
Let's have a little conversation with you. That's how we want to do it here. So this first story that we've got to talk about is definitely something that's got a lot of people on the edge of their seats right now. Here in the state of Georgia, there has been a state of emergency that has been declared. And it's really because Governor Brian Kemp is hoping to prevent a repeat of last weekend's violent protests, which were over Atlanta's future police training facility. Right? So we know that today we're expected to get the body cam footage of this really interesting case right here. We're talking about Tyre Nichols.
Yes.
And we know that he was stopped by Memphis police officers that are accusing him of reckless driving.
Yeah, so in that incident, front to back, officers are accusing him of reckless driving. He runs off, but he was confronted by the officers again and he was arrested. Then Nichols died in the hospital 3 days later. So there were initially a lot of questions about, well, what happened, between the arrest and him dying. And then all 5 of the former Memphis officers involved were indicted on charges, including murder and kidnapping.
Now, there's been a lot of questions right now because people are saying, okay, we know that the 5 officers are black.
Yeah.
We know that Tyre Nichols himself is black. When people are asking, okay, so where is all of this outrage that we're, kind of on the edge of our seats about? Where could that really be stemming from? But we know we've seen police brutality cases in the past that have sparked outrage and sparked protests, some that have not been peaceful, some that have turned violent and turned into riots that have happened in a lot of bigger cities, Atlanta being one of them.
Right, and why that's expected to happen today is because the body cam footage of this incident is expected to be released today. And again, when we're talking about police officers and being charged with murder and kidnapping, it would suggest that it's not good. Whatever happened is not good.
Now, yesterday there were a lot of people who gathered to honor Tyre Nichols. They met at a Memphis skate park because turns out he was an avid skater.
Yeah.
His mother happened to be there and she made it very clear. And we want to play a little bit of what she said because she says the best way for you to honor her son is to just keep those protests peaceful.
I don't want us burning up our cities, tearing up the streets, because that's not what my son stood for.
That's right.
And if you guys are here for me and Tyre, then you will protest peacefully.
So she said it.
Right.
And again, that's coming from the mom of Tyre Nichols right now. So we know this is a very emotional situation for a lot of people. This is a very emotional situation, obviously for that family, but that's the request of the mom.
Yeah, and it doesn't really make any sense as well, because I feel like a lot of the time people protest in response to nothing being done. The officers have already been fired and charged.
And indicted, yeah.
So at this point, when that video comes out, I think, it's good that we'll all be able to see what exactly happened to this man.
Yeah.
But, hopefully people can just take that information and just realize, what the status of policing here in our country is and can be, and when it's done wrong. I think that's the consensus. People have noticed whatever we're going to see in that video is policing done wrong, which is why they were fired and charged with whatever we're going to see them doing in that video. And again, that's going to come out later on today.
So, of course, once it comes out, we will make sure we have it available for you on the Atlanta News First app. It is free to download, so be sure to keep that. And then we'll be pushing out alerts to you to the palm of your hands as well to keep you in the know about that developing story.
Yeah, so as we said, it was a busy morning. And there was a fire at an apartment complex here in DeKalb County. This is in Stonecrest. And fortunately, one man did lose his life in this fire. Arson investigators ended up showing up at the Creekside Corners apartment homes, working to piece together exactly what happened. So, typically if arson investigators are there, it would suggest maybe it wasn't electrical. Maybe there was a layer of suspicion here that they have to investigate. Madeline Montgomery was on scene throughout the morning. She talked to residents who lived there. Obviously, this happened, early morning hours, night hours. You're in the middle of the night, your apartment goes up in flames. Luckily, it doesn't seem like any of the other apartments were impacted, other than the one
unit.
Yep. So fortunately, could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely, and we know that there were 3 people in that that unit. Of course, that's what the public information officer has been able to tell us out there. Now, here's something that we do want to tell you, that a mother and a child were able to get out safely, but that one man who did die is believed to have been in a relationship with that mother. So, of course, this is really a developing story. A lot of questions, a lot of layers to this.
Yes.
We've heard from witnesses. We have heard from a woman who believes or who says that she is the mother of the girl who came out of that apartment with that child. So, Madeline Montgomery has been on top of this.
Yes.
She is staying out there. She's working diligently to get some answers right now as investigators continue to try and piece together what exactly happened.
Yeah, but it definitely, as we were, watching it unfold this morning, we
yeah.
were all thinking, okay, this is very interesting. If you saw the interview this morning, then you know that
Right.
woman comes on air and says, my daughter and my grandchild had to flee the home
Yeah.
that was on fire. A man was still inside. I mean, so, we're working to confirm a lot of things. We're still waiting for investigators to confirm a lot of things.
Exactly.
But that was a story that was, presented this morning. So that
Yes.
was just kind of like, what's going on here? Wow. And then you hear, man, unfortunately died in this fire. So.
Yeah.
We'll update you when we learn more about that.
Lots of layers, and I'm sure we're going to have an update at noon for you as well on that story. Okay, can we talk about something else that we know it feels like it's been a long process of grieving, and one that will still continue. Family and friends are going to get their chance to say their final goodbye to UGA Lineman Devin Willock. Now, you may remember he was killed in a car crash with recruiter Chandler LaCroix in Athens. This was just hours after celebrating the Bulldogs' back-to-back championship win. So that public celebration of life for Willock is happening in his hometown of Englewood, New Jersey. So not here at home, but definitely I'm sure the family appreciates the prayers and the thoughts this morning as they lay their loved one to rest. That funeral is set for 11 o'clock at the Community Baptist Church.
And the viewing began at 9 this morning.
So it's still underway right now.
Yeah, as we speak.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what you're gonna do in Atlanta this weekend. Do you have any plans?
That made me hit a high note.
You did hit
I
that little
did,
high
yeah,
note.
'cause
I thought
I'm
he was
excited about
fancy too, and he can't even sing, Atlanta. He's
Oh,
playing with y'all right now. Okay, so let's jump into some things that you can do this weekend. From right now through Sunday, you can check out the Atlanta Camping and RV Show. And I personally, if I'm going to camp, it needs to be in an RV. I don't need to be in a tent.
Of course, if you're going to do it, you don't just want to be in the woods, right? You want to be in an
Right.
RV. Yeah, that makes
I really want to
sense.
go glamping.
Oh,
Have
wait,
you been
what is glamping?
You know glamping. That's when you
It's like glamorous camping or something?
correct. Like it's out there, but you're not really about it. You just want to
Okay.
be out there.
You just want to
but
be
you
in
still want your
elements.
comforts.
Exactly.
Right.
Understood. Got
Yeah.
it.
Anyway, it's also the beginning of camping season, so it's a good time to grab your gear for that. That's going to happen over on Jonesboro Road.
And something else that's going to be happening this weekend on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. And this is really for the next few months, something that maybe you want to take the kids to do, especially if they enjoy nature, enjoy the animals, and enjoy those elements. Zoo Atlanta going to be hosting its Adventure Cubs, and that's something for your babies, something for the kids, all the way up to age 5. So be sure to check that out as well.
Yeah. Plus, on Sunday, maybe you are athletic. Maybe you're trying to be athletic in this new season of 2023. On Sunday, there is a hot chocolate run, the Atlanta Hot Chocolate Run.
Chocolate.
So you can sign up for a 5K or a 15K if you're really about that life. And then there's going to be a chocolate lover's paradise after you finish the race as rewards. There's 2 different ways to look at this. Either you immediately negate what you've done running that far, or you deserve some chocolate after you've run that far.
I'm going with the second option. You deserve it, because if you have to be up at 7:30 a.m. to do this run, and we know it is not going to be warm out there, which is why you're going to need that hot chocolate. You're going to need that hot chocolate just to stay warm, probably.
I do wonder how they're
So
going to
you've
keep
got
that
my
hot
vote.
chocolate
How's it
hot.
going to stay hot?
Yeah.
We shall see how that is going to work. But definitely a lot of things happening around the metro, and we've got all of those events for you on AtlantaNewsFirst.com and, of course, on our free app.
I kind of want to bring Roddy in here. And
I was going to say,
ask.
did anybody say anything on Facebook? I know we got Rodney coming over. I'm going to hand him my microphone.
On Facebook, Greg Jacobson, you said, don't worry, they will be mostly peaceful. You're talking about the protest, but you also put ha, 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 ha. So I don't know if you're being serious or not. but we see you, and we appreciate you writing in, Greg. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Greg, for watching.
Okay, back to Rodney. Rodney, are you going on to this hot chocolate
I'm not
race and
ready.
run?
I'm still putting my mic on.
He's still getting his
Hey,
mic on.
hey,
Well,
you can
Mike,
still answer the people.
I've got to like come over to Lana and try and talk in her microphone because you got mine. Rodney, it is cold as I don't know what out there this weekend,
Yes.
Or at least today, I should say. And
Yeah.
this is that live look over the city. It looks nice out there.
Beautiful.
But make sure you have that coat.
Yes, all day today too, Lana and Brooks, because it will be cold, but it's really nice, so we have no issues there. It's going to be a nice sky to look at. Just make sure and have the jacket or the coat, whatever it is that you're using today. Have that the whole day today, because our highs are only in the 50s this afternoon, which is actually average for this time of year. The normal high is 54, but it'll still be cold. Outside of that, a really decent day here across Metro Atlanta. So let's talk about your forecast, and we'll look at what you can expect hour by hour. 10 o'clock this morning, 38 degrees. That's basically right now. At lunchtime, 44 degrees. 4 o'clock, 52 degrees. So that's the high temperature today. And then if you're going to go out for dinner later on this evening, at 6 o'clock, 47, and 8 o'clock, 43. So again, just kind of cold all day, but not as cold as what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was even colder. We had a lot of wind out there yesterday. You don't have to worry about that, but it will definitely be chilly out there. So today's looking really good. Saturday's looking really good. I want to get to a first alert that we have in your forecast for Sunday because rain is back into Metro Atlanta. I'll say it's just rain. We're not really forecasting any severe weather. And it looks like it'll be Sunday evening. So let's walk you through that timing. This is our high resolution forecast model. Sunday morning around 7 o'clock, if you're going to church or whatever you do on Sunday morning, you'll be in good shape. You don't have to worry about any rain there. Sunday at lunchtime, if you're going to go out for brunch, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, no issues for you there, but you can see that rain that is moving into northwest Georgia by lunchtime, and notice how that starts to slide south and east by 3 o'clock today. So Ellijay, Rome, Canton, the rain will move south and impact you by 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. For Atlanta, for Cobb County, for DeKalb County, Gwinnett, Clayton County, you are still dry at 3, but that rain is moving in by 4 o'clock. So whatever you have to do after 4 o'clock on Sunday, just know that you could get wet. I'm not seeing a lot of heavy rain. If you look at the legend there on your screen, you can see that there are some dark greens on there, maybe some yellows, but initially this is lighter rain. You could see some heavier rain south of Atlanta. You can see those reds in LaGrange and Griffin, but no severe weather, no storms, just rain that will be sort of a nuisance on Sunday night. So again, a first alert for Sunday, but it's the second half of Sunday. Whatever you have to do in the morning or afternoon, you're in good shape. But after 4 o'clock, going to head out and watch those football games on late Sunday afternoon and evening. Know that you're likely going to get wet, even though we're not seeing any severe weather. Speaking of getting wet, we are in a wet pattern. Starting next week, we're going to have multiple low pressure systems that will move across the U.S. and ultimately impact us here in North Georgia. So at this point, we have 3 first alerts over the next 7 days. The first is on Sunday. That's the Sunday night that we just went through. And then the other first alerts are on Wednesday and Thursday for what will be more heavier rain that will be possible. I do want to show you the total rainfall amounts for the entire week. This is starting right now and taking you all the way through next Saturday, so the next 7 days. And as you can see, like 2 inches of rain is expected in Atlanta over the next week. We've already picked up more than 5 inches of rain, which is well above average for this time of year, and we'll continue to get a lot more. So that'll be the story next week. I gave you some detail on what we were expecting Sunday, not really getting too detailed on the first alerts for Wednesday and Thursday because it's too far out. But just know that next Wednesday and Thursday you're likely going to get wet as well. But because Sunday is closer, we can give you a little bit more fine tuning in terms of that time. And again, it's really more Sunday evening where we're looking at that rain moving in. So the first part of your Sunday is looking good. In fact, today is also looking good. We are also having a great Saturday. You will notice an increase in clouds on Saturday, but it'll definitely stay dry. I'm going to hop off of here, but before I do that, I would like to check in to see if anybody's asked any more questions about the weather that I will certainly answer for you if I see anything that you want. And I will try to answer for you. And it looks like we're good to go. No questions so far. So yeah, great day today here in Metro Atlanta. Again, it's chilly with highs in the 50s, but that's what we are used to for this time of year. Mostly sunny skies No issues whatsoever today. Saturday's also looking good, even though you'll notice an increase in clouds. The first part of Sunday is looking great with rain in your forecast after 4 p.m. Sunday. And then that'll be the beginning of what will be a wet pattern for all of next week. So I hope you guys enjoy today. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Of course, we're always on Atlanta News First Plus. And don't forget to join us on Atlanta News First at noon, because I will have an updated forecast for you as we take you into the weekend. So until next time, we'll see you soon.